In the last video, we discussed 3 of the primary fishing methods you may be taking advantage of in RF4 as well as real life fishing. Float fishing, bottom fishing, and lure fishing. Lures come in all shapes and sizes, and I couldn't possibly go over every single one of them in a short amount of time. So I'm going to break it down into 5 basic categories for a quick overview. We have spinners and spoons, crankbaits and jerkbaits, topwater lures, swimbaits, and jig heads and soft plastic lures. Spinners and spoons are 2 of those lures that look so simple they just shouldn't be as good as they truly are. Spoons reflect light, and in doing so, look like a swimming bait fish with their reflecting scales. Spinners also incorporate a small spoon to reflect light. However, what truly makes them shine is their ability to spin the blade around the main shaft, creating a vibration that drives fish literally wild due to its effect on their lateral line, which is a sensory system that senses vibrations in the water as well as changes in pressure. Because of this visual and vibratory response from the spinner, it is one of the most well-rounded lures ever created, useful on small fish all the way up to the mighty American muskie. This will be a lure you will use a lot in your early stages of the RF4 journey, useful for those smaller river fish such as perch and chub, all the way to the brown trout and grayling at Balea River. One of my most memorable uses of the spinner was in South America, where it became quite a useful lure for catching cootie, or small bait fish, as well as red pacu and black piranha, both of which were seen in episodes of River Monsters. Crankbaits and jerkbaits, or wobblers as they're referred to in RF4, are similar in the way that most of them float or suspend in the water, creating movement when you jerk the rod or reel the lure towards you. There are lipless crankbaits which do incorporate weight into the lure to sink instead of utilizing a plastic bill or a lip to dive deeper. Crankbaits and jerkbaits differ in their target of fish. Where crankbaits shine in open water for active fish, jerkbaits can be walked slowly in shorter areas, great for drawing fish out of cover, targeting slow-moving fish in colder water, or when they seem to be a bit hesitant on chasing a quick-moving lure. Jerkbaits can be quite large, however, which may require specialized rods capable of casting and creating action with the large lures. You will get a lot of use out of crankbaits on Quarry Lake, where you can make use of their ability to dive to deeper depths to target fish such as Arctic char and lake trout, while pulling the lures at a distance behind a slow-moving boat, a method known as trolling. I made great use of diving crankbaits while targeting payara in South America, where I found a lot of success casting into current beneath waterfalls, where hungry payara or vampire fish waited for prey. Topwater lures come in all shapes and sizes. While some focus on making loud noises which can annoy the fish or signal a feeding opportunity, others can feature snagless hooks and be thrown into thick vegetation, slowly working its way back to you in the hope of drawing a fish out of hiding. What you can always count on is an aggressive hit from a tailing fish, which can be quite exciting compared to subsurface lures. While you won't unlock the ability to use topwater lures until later in the game, these can work fantastically on ambushing and aggressive fish such as pike at Old Berg, as well as other locations where pike are present. We made use of topwater lures quite a lot while fishing for toman or giant snakehead in Taiwan, which due to the high water level created a lot of interesting hiding spots for the snakehead. Being able to cast into heavy cover and draw them out with sound became a successful strategy while targeting these beautiful and aggressive fish. Swimbaits are unique in their ability to use jointed sections or wagging tails to simulate how a fish swims. Similar to jerkbaits, you can use these in areas where a walk back and forth can be a great way to draw fish out of cover, targeting slow-moving fish in colder water or when they seem to be a bit hesitant on chasing a quick-moving lure. Swimbaits can also utilize soft plastic tails to create the wagging effect, or take on the shape of a familiar bait fish, which leads us into soft plastics. Soft plastic baits and jig heads can be used together, but they don't always have to be. While jig heads hook directly into the plastic bait, weighing it down, there are other rigs such as the Carolina rig, Texas rig, and others which separate the weight from the plastic bait, which allows for more options on the retrieve. Soft plastics are created from molds, which can be used to create a plethora of flexible bait fish and crustaceans in a variety of colors, which mimic what predatory fish love to eat. Jig heads and soft plastic baits and RF4 can work great on fish such as perch and pike, as well as many others. I made use of soft plastic swim baits when targeting perch and pike on my trips to England, where they became quite useful in canals and narrow creeks to draw these fish out of cover, ambushing my lure for a bite to eat. Now, while there are many more lures to explore, I'll leave it up to you to adventure out and see how adding a different lure to your tackle box may offer unique benefits, or work well for the particular water body you're at, whether that be in Russian fishing 4 or in real life. While you're making your way through the beginning levels of Russian fishing 4, it is important to decide which method you're enjoying more. The relaxation and exciting takes from float and bottom fishing, or more active spin fishing. This is an important step because RF4 will be rewarding you with each level up to 11 with new gear to use with your favorite method. This will continue on until level 11, where RF4 will reward you one last time with an upgraded basic float rod combo or an upgraded basic spinning rod combo. Each of these will open up the game a little bit more to target larger fish, but it is important that you're spin fishing upon level up for the spinning rod or float or bottom fishing upon level up for the float rod to receive the gear you desire, because there's no going back after it's delivered. In the following video, I'm going to be discussing how to make the most of these lure types by employing the use of retrieval methods to make your lure irresistible to your target fish.